How we doing, YouTube? Steve here. Oh, what is it? Monday night? No, Monday night, for gosh sakes. Tuesday night, 6:40. I am. What am I? 6:40. Tuesday. I'm in Franklin, Kentucky, which is not. I'm about 5 minutes from my delivery, which is at 7 a.m. I'm gonna look and see what these hours of this place is. I looked on the Google, and it looks like they have a guard shack. Otherwise, I was gonna try to sneak over there and see if I could find a spot in the parking lot to hide for the night. I'm not supposed to be drinking this Coke, I know, but I am. Someplace I could hide for the night. But when I seen their parking lot, it looked like there was a guard shack. So I think I'm pretty sure it's a Tractor Supply DC. I'm trying to think now. Where is Tractor Supply headquarters at? Their headquarters might might be in Nashville. I don't think they're in Kentucky. So this might not be too far from home base. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just just not very far away. Just down the road a little bit. And I pulled into, I didn't realize that Franklin is as close to Nashville as it is. But it is. And of course, if you guys that drive for a living, you know this. When you get close to outside of a major city, it doesn't really matter what side you're on. Parking gets to be a premium because the guys that have to deliver in the city, you know, that's where they stage because they don't want to go and get in there because then there'll be probably nowhere to park, so they park outside the city for their delivery in the morning. Which I'm not delivering in Nashville, but like I said, Franklin's not that far away. I mean, it's not like next door neighbors, but it's not far. 30 minutes maybe? I don't know. It's only 6 miles from the state line. And I said Nashville's not very far from the state line. But anyway, so yeah, I'm right down here close. I was going to stop a couple places along the way. Well, I could have stopped way back because tomorrow, what I have to do is I just have to take a long lunch. Not a long lunch, but about an hour. So that got me down here a little bit late. Like I said, my appointment's not till 7, so that's 12 hours away. Yeah, tomorrow all I have to do is do this delivery, bounce back up to Evansville, which is a little further than I thought from Franklin. I said I thought Franklin was a little bit. You should probably look at the map before you bid or book these loads. I mean, I kind of knew where Franklin was, but I didn't know. I didn't think it was quite that far. I would have booked it anyway because there wasn't anything else. Although later, it got to be a Clayton load, which I would have rather did because it pays more and it's not quite as far. But they weren't on the board then, so I took one when it was available. And then when the other ones came on that I would have rather did, it was kind of getting close. It was like the weekend. It was just sometimes things just don't quite work. Anyway, so I got down here and I'm pulling off the Interstate 65, and there's a Pilot and a 19, and I think there's a couple more truck stops on the other side of the highway. I'm on the west side. I think there's maybe some on the east side. But I'm at the light, right? I'd stop for the light to turn. and 4 trucks go by me as I'm sitting at the light, and I'm like, oh my gosh, every parking place in that truck stop is gone now for sure. There's no way I'm gonna get a parking place now. And I don't exactly know how this truck stop's laid out. I'm gonna walk down there in a little bit, but I pulled in, and along the one side, like it's not very big. Well, I shouldn't say it's not very big. It's very crowded, compact, a lot going on. And this boy just pulled in front of me, did exactly what I did. There was trucks along the one side when I pulled in. There were some trucks that I couldn't see trying to back in a little bit further down the way. And there was like 4, not 2 in a row, but like 4 spaced out different spots. Paid for parking, where I come in, I kind of made a horseshoe and pulled up to the fuel pumps the wrong direction. You know how you pull up towards, the trucks are coming this way, and I pulled up going facing them and back straight into a paid parking place. And I did the same thing. I'm on with this truck driver that was away. Yeah, but this spot was open, and I said, I'm not taking any more chances. I'm 5 minutes away. I got to pay 18 bucks for parking here. And I said, it is worth it. I'm in a spot 5 minutes from my delivery. And I'm parking next to a pickup, so he shouldn't drive into me. I don't know how much free parking's down there. I'm gonna go look. I'm not gonna move because I already paid. But there's an old rule of in the musician business, in the touring, especially in the old days. It's kind of come from the old days. But the rule was, you finish the gig in one city, and you pack everything up, and you drive all night, or however long it takes, to get to the next show. Then you shut down. You never shut down until you get to the next show. That way, in case there's a problem, vehicle breaks down, something happens, you've got time to get there, so you don't miss a show or have an issue. That's how they used to. Now back then, of course, vehicles weren't nearly as reliable as they are now. But that rule of thumb, I've always remembered that. I don't know, I seen it on a documentary about somebody, I don't remember who the artist was. They were an old-timey group. Heck, it may have been Hank Sr., I can't remember who it was. It was an older group. But that was the rule, that you always go as far as you can get to the next show and then shut down. And that's the reason why, so you make sure you're on time for the next deal. And I've always kind of taken that to heart when it comes to trucking. I try to get as close to the receiver as possible before I shut down. So if it's going to take 10 hours, I don't drive 2 hours and then stop and then get up at midnight and then drive all night to be there at 8. I'll drive all night. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I drive as far as I can get in case something happens, because you never know what can happen. Deer run in front of you, have a blowout, have a traffic jam, have a who knows what, or you can't find a parking place. And there are trucks piling in here like crazy. Thank God I got here when I did, because it would have been bad. I stopped at a spot a little bit farther back. I actually did the U-turn and went back because I thought there was some parking places in it, and there was not one. I mean, not one, and that's when I got nervous. Oh boy, we could be in trouble. Anyway, that's it for tonight. I'm gonna do a little walk maybe and see what's doing out here, and see what kind of parking they got for in the future, which I hope to never be back down here again trucking, to be honest with you. I'm doing my local grain. I'll be right at my house every night. I know how the parking situation is there, free and close to the refrigerator. So God bless everybody. We'll talk again soon.